Hi, welcome to Sue's 50 and Over Stretching Yoga. We're totally going to focus on stretching. I just did an 8.5 mile hike with a really great group of people. It was super fun, and I now need to totally stretch. So I'm going to start out in the tabletop position. I'm going to tuck my toes under, and we're going to do screaming tiger toes, which is something I desperately need right now. So just tuck your toes under, and then we're just gonna sit back on our heels when you can to stretch them out. And this is gonna be a half an hour. And if you'd like to subscribe, that would be great. And I apologize for not being on task lately, doing 2 videos a week. I did hurt my back a little bit ago, and I've been trying to be probably overly careful of not hurting it again. But I really and truthfully, stretching and yoga helps my back. So I've sort of been reluctant to even stretch, and now I just really can feel that I need it. So this is the screaming tiger toes, and just gonna sit back a little bit here, and then come forward. Also been traveling around a bit lately. I find it a little hard to get myself organized to make a video when I'm traveling. Because I often don't have a big room like this to spread the mat out in. Okay, so tuck your toes under, sit your bottom back on your heels if you can, and let your feet kind of stretch out. If you need to come out of it a little bit, but still keep your toes tucked if you want to, just come forward like I am on your hands. Takes a little bit of the pressure off your feet. And then come out a little further and let your toes untuck. And then since we're pretty much in this position, I want you to spread your knees for child's pose. So your big toes are touching, your knees are spread out, your bottom is down by your heels, and your hands are way out in front. And now come on up to tabletop. And really gonna do stretches here. I wanna lengthen the body. Not a lot of strength. I'm not gonna do a lot of strength positions, mostly stretching. After this, I wanna come up a little bit, and we're gonna go into the standing forward fold. So just a big stretch forward, and then standing half moon, and then the goddess pose, and then the garland pose. The garland is essentially the squat, and the goddess is standing position. But first we're gonna start off in a very easy standing forward fold. So why don't you put your hands to the sky, and we're just gonna pull them up high, stretch out our middle, and then just spread your feet a distance apart, and we're gonna do a forward fold. Touch the mat if you can, or your shins if you can't. Come on up slowly, and we're gonna go back down again. And this is just a standing forward fold. You can see that it stretches out our backs. After a lot of hiking or walking or anything, it feels really good to stretch out your back. Okay, come on up slowly. We're going to go into the goddess pose, which is feet out towards either side of your mat. Come on down. Your knees are kind of over your legs, and then your hands are up on either side. And this is the goddess pose. Come on up slowly. We'll go into that one more time. Then I want you to come up. We're going to do the standing half moon. So this is stretching position. Hands to the sky, and then your feet right out front of you, parallel, and then bend over to the right. With your hands clasped together. Nice stretch in your side. Really nice stretch in your side. Come on up to the middle. A left stretch. Straight up to the sky. Let's do another right stretch, and I'm clasping my hands in a different position. Okay, come on straight up. We're gonna come over, then we're gonna do, that's the standing half moon. We're gonna do the garland pose, which is essentially a squat. So our feet are gonna come out. I'll turn to the side so you can see. Feet are coming out. Put your hands to the floor. Put your hands in the prayer position inside of your knees. If you can put your feet flat, that's great. I can't. But this is the garland pose, which is a great stretch for your thighs, and your inner thighs and your outer thighs. It's a really good one for athletes if you're not, gives you a good stretch where you really need it. I'm just gonna rest my hands down on the mat and come back into that pose, but for right now, we're gonna just come back to the mat. Okay. Come on back in here. And then we are going to come up to the pyramid pose because it stretches out our legs. Okay. Oh, heavens. Actually, let's come down to tabletop. Let's just come down to tabletop. And from the tabletop, we're gonna go into sunbird, because it's gonna stretch out. So put your left leg out and your right arm out, and then feel like you're pulling on either side. Stretch, stretch, stretch as much as you can. And then take your elbow to your knee. And then come on back out. Okay. Let's do the right leg out, the left arm out. Let's take the elbow to the knee. Curl your head down. Bring it back out. Come back to tabletop. I want to do sunbird one more time. Get that stretch in there. And then we're going to go into downward dog. Very lightly because it's a great stretch for your whole body. And we will come into pigeon from downward dog. First we're going to do sunbird again. So right arm out, left leg out. Touch your elbow to your knee and then back out. Switch arms, left and then right. Elbow to knee, back out again. And then we're gonna very casually go right up to downward dog. My shirt in here, cause, oh. Now just stay in here and then we're gonna pedal our feet a little. To your knees. We're gonna go into pigeon right from tabletop. So take your right knee to your right wrist, bring your foot in, bring your left foot back as far as you can, straight behind you, and look up towards the wall, or you can look towards the floor, just keep your head up. I have like a kink in my foot from, I think probably from hiking. So I'm kind of having to like pull my leg up and down, but you really want to keep it down because my foot has like a little pain in there. So this is pigeon. Great to stretch out your hips, especially after you've been walking. Okay, let's come back up to tabletop, and we're gonna switch legs. So bring your left leg, your left knee up to your left wrist, bring your foot in, lengthen your body by putting your right leg out straight. I'm resting on my forearms, my head is up. Looking straight down at the floor, and I'm feeling the stretch in my left outer thigh, left outer hip. I want to do this again on both sides, and then we're going to go into the seated spinal twist. And then the wide-legged forward fold. We're just gonna really get some stretching in. Okay, so let's do this again on each side. Okay. Left leg, left wrist. Okay, ow, I still have that kink in my foot. So I can't quite do this the way I'm supposed to. I'm just gonna leave it straight under me, and then I may have to, we'll come into a different position. My foot has got a kink in it. So instead, we're gonna do the seated spinal twist. So I'm gonna bring my legs out in front of me. And I'd like you to do that too. Straight out in front of you. And take my left leg, foot over my right leg, like this. And then I'm gonna take my right elbow and twist towards the back. So this is twisting our middles mostly. This is twisting your core. Okay. Other leg. Next, I'm going to use the block, and we're just going to do a gentle bridge. And then after we do the block with the gentle bridge, but let's do this one more time. So left leg over the right, and then turn. We're also going to use this strap to stretch out our legs. So next we're going to do the bridge. So grab your block. Okay, then one more time on the side. Okay, grab your block, and if you have your belt handy, we're not going to use it just yet. Grab your belt too. So first we're going to stretch out on the mat. So what I'd like you to do is just come on down on your back. Put your hands above your head. And just gently stretch. Nothing that's painful. Just a gentle, long stretch. Try to think of your body as elongating. And then you want to grab your block, put on the lowest side, the biggest flat side. Bend your knees, raise your hips, put it under your sacrum. And then just hold your knees up. So your knees are bent, feet on the floor. Open your palms to the sky and let your arms fall out to the sides. We're going to raise the block to the next level, still relaxing. And so we'll raise our hips, raise it up to the next level. And we'll get a little further stretch in here, should feel really good. And then we're going to come down all the way, take the block out, and we're going to do 30 sit-ups, very gentle ones. Okay, bring your back down, put your legs out straight in front of you, put your hands not behind your head, but sort of behind your ears. You're not really holding them, but you're just sort of placing them there. And we're just doing this, a little lift, just so your head just goes straight up and down, pretty much. And we'll do 30. 1. I'll count it and I'll show you, when I get to 10. Ten, 20, and 10 more. Let's rest our head for a moment. Okay. Thirty. Okay, let's just rest our hands down by our side. Just rest in this position. Grab your belt. First, I want to take both legs and hug your knees to your chest. We're going to stretch the legs now. Take your belts and put them around your right foot. Raise it right into the air. Try to straighten it out as much as you can. So I just want you to hold this position for a little bit. Try to keep the knee fairly straight. And if you need to come out and come back in, that's perfectly great. Actually, that's a way to do it. It kind of relaxes you, and then you can go back up and stretch some more. Now, I am definitely tight right through here. I can feel it. So this is a really important stretch for me. Okay, then let's just switch sides. Go to your left side. Do you ever sit in the car for a long time and when if you're driving especially, you're driving it just is a bit painful? Well, that's what I have, and so I know I need to stretch. I always get it when I'm just really tight. I don't even know if that's the sciatica or what it is, but it really helps just keep it stretched out. And as I said, I haven't been doing the yoga videos because I pulled my back, but I also have been getting tighter and tighter, so this is really good to do. So I'm gonna go back up to my right leg and just keep it pretty straight, just keep it calm. There's no rushing, because if you rush, you don't get the stretch. Okay, since his left leg is up, I want you to drape it out to the left. And you should feel a stretch on your inner thigh. I can really feel it. It's painful. Just slightly. You probably can't stay in this position too long, but I like to maybe, so I want to cross my left leg over my body and stretch it out this way. Let's go back up. I don't have too much time left. Let's go to the right side and do the same thing. So you get your right leg up, your left leg is out straight, and I'm gonna drape my right leg out to the side. Get a good stretch on the inner thigh. Okay, so I'm super tight on my inner thighs. And this is where I can actually feel where I haven't been doing yoga as much. Now I'm gonna drape it across my body. And man, my inner thighs and outer thighs are so tight. This one is your whole IT band. Really a good stretch, an excellent stretch. There's just such importance to keep stretched out. Okay, come on back up. Oh, I'm just gonna pull this leg up one more time. It's very tight. And then I want to, you can take the belt away. I just want to grab both legs, hug into your chest. Then we're gonna go into happy baby. So just lay down here. Grab your toes, open up your legs so that your upper thighs are parallel to the floor. So you're getting a good stretch in your legs. You can roll around a little bit on the sacrum. It should feel really good to you. Does not hurt at all. Okay, we're gonna put our legs out long. This is our final resting pose, Shavasana. We're just gonna sit here for a moment, stretch your legs, bring your toes back so your feet are active, and then your heels will be long. Brings your legs longer. Okay. You want to bring your knees up, bend them, and then drape them to one side. And then you can sit up and thank you so much for opening up the video and for joining. I hope you got a good stretch. I definitely did. And I really appreciate you watching the video and hopefully subscribing. Thank you so much, and again, I apologize for not being able to do as many videos as I normally do, which is usually 2 a week. So I'm going to try and get back to that. Thank you.